Look out for spoilers because I have loads of it for you today. The Marvel movie trailer ends with the most exciting surprise to date, and it contains many secrets and riddles that will be eventually revealed in the movie. Until then, the filmmakers have made sure to keep fans' excitement levels high with a number of compelling and thrilling reveals. The next interesting trailer transports us to a bereaved Wakanda that no longer has King T'Challa. The late Chadwick Boseman, who lost his fight with illness in 2020, portrayed the monarch of Wakanda. The teaser depicts a Grievin Nakia, Lupita Nyong'o, Okoye, Danai Gurira, and Shuri Letitia Wright, all of whom are working together to protect their country from major threats. The villain, Namor, played by Mexican actor Tenoch Huerta, and his underwater kingdom are also thoroughly explored in the trailer. Scenes of gunmen examining a ship in military fatigues and Wakanda's throne room flooded foreshadow an approaching battle between Wakanda and Atlantis. Then, Queen Ramonda is heard urging her soldiers to strike and stating, "Now is our time to strike. Show them who we are." In the teaser, Winston Duke's character, M'Baku, states, his people do not call him general or king. They call him Kukulkan, the feather serpent god. M'Baku mentions how challenging it would be to kill him, implying risk eternal war. We also got our first look at a new Black Panther and his new black outfit at the end of the trailer. However, Marvel made sure to paint a mystery on who assumes the throne, which I will be talking about later in this video. We also got our first look at Dominique Thorne in her Crimson Ironheart outfit. A glimpse of a funeral is shown in the teaser, complete with drumming, T'Challa's picture in the background, and a white-clad throng. Angry Queen Ramonda, played by Angela Bassett, is strolling next to Shuri, carrying T'Challa in the Black Panther helmet that belonged to her brother. Coogler told Entertainment Weekly about the idea behind Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I started to come up with a film that had elements of the film that we just had finished writing, but it also implied the themes that the people who were hurting just as much as me could actually perform and execute and come out on the other side whole. The EU interview further stated that both realms are akin to Wakanda and Atlantis, noting the similarities between the two. A sort of El Dorado, an advanced civilization hiding in plain sight. When it comes to Shuri's character, Coogler said, "In this film, we get to see Shuri meet someone who has some things in common with her, but is also very, very different. So what is going to happen in Black Panther Wakanda Forever? What is going to happen to Chadwick's beloved character in the MCU? And the million-dollar question, who is the new Black Panther?" The spectacular box office success of 2018's Black Panther can be attributed to the entire cast and crew, but star Chadwick Boseman played King T'Challa and helped make him one of the most adored figures in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Thus, once Boseman passed away following a fight with cancer, everyone questioned whether Wakanda could continue without its ruler. Black Panther Wakanda Forever deals with Boseman's passing in universe rather than recasting the role or eliminating King T'Challa from the picture. That's because King T'Challa also perishes in the MCU, and he does so in a manner that is reminiscent of the actor who inspired the renowned character. The heart-shaped herb was destroyed by Killmonger in the first film. Therefore, the opening scene of Black Panther Wakanda Forever follows Shuri as she works against the clock to create a synthetic replacement. Shuri thinks the extraordinary plant that gives the Black Panther their abilities could hold the answer to saving her brother, who is afflicted with the unknown illness. Unfortunately, Shuri takes too long to find a solution, and T'Challa is forced to travel to the ancestral plane. King T'Challa's killer ailment is never identified in Wakanda Forever, but the narrative implies that the hero kept his condition a secret from his loved ones until it was too late. T'Challa had to endure the pain alone, while something consumed him from the inside out, since he didn't want to worry anyone before his time arrived. That admirable act reflects Boseman's own battle with colon cancer. We were shocked by the actor's passing because we were unaware of his protracted suffering. Most of us were just made aware of his colon cancer after his family tragically announced his passing. Marvel fans were excited to smash that like button. No, but seriously, Marvel fans were excited to see where the franchise would go in the sequel to 2018's Black Panther, which was directed by Ryan Coogler and starred Chadwick Boseman. However, with the terrible death of Boseman and Marvel Studios' pledge to keep King T'Challa in the role, Black Panther Wakanda Forever evolved into a completely different film. Instead of skirting around Boseman's passing, Coogler made the sequel about grieving for lost loved ones, accepting your legacy, and letting go of your sadness so that life may carry on. The identity of the hero's successor is another major issue in Wakanda Forever. Even after T'Challa's death in the MCU, someone must step up and take over the role of the Guardian of Wakanda, because the Black Panther has been doing so for many years. Another crucial question in Wakanda Forever is who will succeed the hero? Since the Black Panther has been protecting Wakanda for many years, even after T'Challa's demise in the MCU, someone must step up and assume the position. Princess Shuri's elevation to the position of Black Panther in Wakanda Forever is not entirely unexpected. After all, the hero's mantle has been passed down through the royal family for centuries. It makes it reasonable that T'Challa's younger sister would feel responsible for defending Wakanda, given that he is passing away from an unknown illness. Although the solution is obvious, Wakanda Forever excels at depicting Shuri's path from grieving her brother to accepting his legacy. Shuri also resolves a significant issue that Killmonger left behind in the original Black Panther by becoming the next Black Panther. Okay, now I don't want to spoil you with the whole film. Go watch the movie in theaters now. But considering that Black Panther Wakanda Forever is Marvel's big finale for Phase 4, and now that we are officially entering Phase 5, what's the future for the Marvel Cinematic Universe? One thing's for sure, these are the mutants who will be joining the MCU. Namor. The nemesis of the most anticipated Black Panther Wakanda Forever will be Marvel's Submariner, which makes sense given that he frequently opposes surface dwellers in comic books. The fact that Namor has a similar history as a mutant to his depicted counterpart is confirmed. However, not much else is said about it. He might assist in tying together upcoming live-action stories involving mutants, as well as other properties, given his position as the ruler of an undersea country and his close and occasionally tumultuous relationships with multiple Marvel teams, including both of the Avengers and the X-Men. Professor Xavier. The first is that this particular Charles Xavier was a multiverse allude to X fans who fantasized about seeking Patrick Stewart and Professor X's notorious yellow chair from the animated series. To be fair, there are some technicalities here. Professor Xavier is unquestionably a mutant, and the movie in which he appears, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness in 2022, debuted before Ms. Marvel. He is not canon because he is technically a variation. He and the other members of the Illuminati also smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Or, kind of meet their end shortly after their first emerge at the hands of Wanda Maximoff. Having said that, he is still a mutant in a film that is part of the MCU, and that counts for something. Deadpool. When Deadpool 3 is released in 2024, it will represent the titular anti-official hero's entrance into the MCU. Wade Wilson, still played by Ryan Reynolds, is a logical inclusion to our list because of how his on-screen exploits transformed him from being genetically enhanced to having his mutant gene activated. Even though this is different from his original story, it still makes sense. This could be the ideal introduction for the MCU to include the X-Men in their blockbuster films, because Deadpool and the X-Men are directly related in both media, particularly given that by that time, he will have already paired up with two X-Men. That's it for today's video. Check out these videos that you might like.